Welcome back to Breitbart TV's live coverage of the New Hampshire primary. We're streaming live at Breitbart TV like we are all day long, all through the results tonight. We're at Radio Row in Manchester, New Hampshire, and look who's here. You talk about New Hampshire politics, Governor John Sununu, sir.
Good to be here.
Thank you. It's good to
up and spending a little time with us.
Well, of course, we love it. And I have to say, on behalf of the readers of all of the Breitbart sites and Breitbart TV, thank you, sir, for your performance on MSNBC on Sunday. and continuing, actually. You're fantastic. Thank you.
Just warmth and charm.
It really is. Well, it's about time somebody got in Chris Matthews' grill. This is fantastic.
Well, thank you. What can we do today?
Oh, well, here, obviously, you're a huge supporter of Governor Romney.
That's right.
And I think it's obvious that he's going to win. But I'm wondering, from your perspective, knowing this state, knowing the politics so as well as you do, what's the number that he needs to hit to really make this a forceful win?
I'm not playing the number game. He's going to come out of here with a win. He's going to go to South.
Not going to be 8 votes, though. There's going to be
maybe 16.
Okay, doubling his performance.
You know the old story. You keep doubling and doubling and doubling. Pretty soon you control the world.
Right. Well, there you go.
But look, South Carolina is important. Florida is important. He has put a strategy together, which I give him a great deal of credit for. He has the discipline to realize this is not a, oh my gosh, it's going to end quickly kind of, we have to end it quickly kind of thing. He's committed to the long haul and knows he's got to pick up 1,150 delegates almost one at a time.
Yeah, and are you surprised that one of those men who are trying to keep him from getting those delegates, Senator Rick Santorum, coming out of Iowa, usually you get some momentum. Are you surprised he hasn't had as much momentum in New Hampshire as it seems?
There are two people that I think have squandered sort of a position they had. One, I think Newt Gingrich squandered the gift of an endorsement by the union leader. Didn't know what to do with it, never showed up in the state except once for about 37 days. And you can't do well in New Hampshire if you don't come into the state and talk to the voters. I think Rick came into the state late. I like Rick Santorum. He's a good man. But he came into the state late and really never had a chance, because it's only 7 days between Iowa and New Hampshire, to build an organization and to arrange a process where he could go out and make contact with the voters in a meaningful way.
Let's talk about the former speaker for a moment. You've known Newt Gingrich for, what, 3 decades now?
Much too long.
And are you surprised at this latest tactic with his super PAC? And it's not just the super PAC. He personally has gone on television attacking Bain Capital and truly attacking basic capitalism, in my opinion.
He's gone anti-free enterprise. I pointed out to people the other day who thought there was a new Newt. The new Newt lasted 14 microseconds. The new Newt now is the old Newt. But what I'm shocked at is somebody like Mr. Adelson, who is a smart free enterprise guy, letting his money be used to fund those attacks. And those attacks are attacks not only on Mitt Romney, they're attacks on the investment community of the country. And this is the same Mr. Adelson who would like eventually to continue to borrow money from the investment community to do the expansion of his business. How do you think that people don't resent you spending money to attack the free enterprise structure that they believe in and participate in? I think Newt is making a serious mistake. He's sort of divining himself in the Obama corner, and I think those that are supporting him are making very serious mistakes, thinking that they can do something this bad in a primary and just fix it up later on.
Well, it certainly doesn't resonate with a Republican voter, you would think. No. What's the end game here other than to just lash out and hurt Mitt Romney?
Well, one doesn't know. And I think if you look back at the history of the speaker, you see lots of events like this that are truly a puzzlement.
That being said, one of the knocks against Bain Capital that I've heard that I think may be relevant and something that the governor is going to have to answer to or have a good response to has to do with bailouts, has to do with some of Bain Capital's investments in companies that ended up getting bailouts. So what is your position on that, or what's the campaign's position?
I'm not really familiar with the specific ones that got bailouts, but the process you have is that you operate in the investment game. In some cases, you're helping companies avoid going bankrupt, and in other cases, you're investing in companies that have some problems. And all I care about, not all I care about, one of the things I care about is that whatever was involved there, it be done openly, transparently, transparently and ethically. I don't want it to be similar to the kinds of things we saw with Solyndra, and which I think is just crony capitalism.
All right, last question. I know you're Mr. New Hampshire, but South Carolina is already looming.
Extremely important state.
You've got Rick Perry, that he's decided he's going to take a stand there. He's got a few $1 million. Right. We've heard, we had Rick Tyler from this super PAC, Growing Our Future, whatever it is. They're going to spend $3 million down in South Carolina. And obviously, Governor Romney has some money to spend. What is South Carolina? It seems like it's going to be a bloodbath down there. The knives are out.
The most important message is if you ever have a chance to immediately invest in the media business in South Carolina,
right,
now's the time to do it.
That's right. There's not going to be any time left on any of the stations.
Look, politics has become a contact sport. I'm not necessarily thrilled that it is, but it is. Tom Hanks in a movie said there's no crying in baseball, there's no whining in politics. Go down, operate under the rules, but go down and recognize it's part of the process. Get yourself used to it, because when whichever candidate comes out of this, and I'm confident it's going to be Mitt Romney, you're going to have to deal with a President Obama with a $1 billion war chest and absolutely no compunction about being as mean, tough, and nasty, and probably not as accurate as Republicans would be.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why we have this process. We got to figure out who can man up and take it.
That's exactly right.
Governor Sununu, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We got plenty more here at Breitbart TV.